How's it going? My name is JMDY, I'm 27 and this is my story of my condition, hydrocephalus. So for anyone that doesn't know, hydrocephalus, also known as water on the brain, is a condition that causes the cerebral spinal fluids that surrounds our brain and our spine to accumulate within the brain and put pressure on the skull. So in babies, that will cause the head to swell up, the skull to swell up, which happened to me when I was born. And in older people, headaches, nausea, sickness, vomiting, that sort of thing. But yeah, so let's start with day one when I was born. So I was born 2 pounds 8 ounces on January the 6th, 1995. I was a twin. He was 2 pounds and 7 ounces. And we were born at 21 weeks, so 19 weeks, typically premature, and that is one of the main causes of hydrocephalus is premature birth. So because my head was so small and where I was birthed, it caused a bleed on my brain, and there you go. So I was diagnosed with the condition at 6 weeks old, and that was So that was treated with a VP shunt. So the VP shunt is a sort of silicone valve that goes into the side of my head. I've got a tube that runs down here, just here, disconnection there, which we can get into a little bit. But yeah, so that was fitted when I was 6 weeks old, and yeah, all well and fine from there up until about 7 years old with my first sort of episodes when dealing with the condition. So I've been pretty lucky with it all my life in general, but we'll start with 7 years old when it first went wrong, let's say. So headaches, I woke up in the middle of the night, pins and needles all down both of my arms, both of my legs, couldn't feel my arms or legs, struggling to walk, felt sick, and yeah, was taken to the hospital, and yeah, passed out in the car, I was told by my mum driving me up there, and yeah, operated on blockage in the tube a couple of times. So that was 7 years old, and again when I was 10. So I've had a couple of procedures to refit new valves and new tubing in my stomach as well, down my neck and in my stomach. So 7 years old, 10 years old, those have been the two main times in my life that have caused me a bit of pain in my life. And yeah, since then it's been all right, really. I've been pretty lucky with it up until about 2018, where again the headaches started happening again, and yeah, so complained about that to my mum. We were taken to the hospital again. This time I wasn't passing out or anything, I wasn't sick, it was just a sort of precautionary thing with the headaches. And yeah, we found out that the tubing has disconnected, so I'm not sure how well you'll be able to see that. I'll see if I can take a photo to make it a bit clearer. But yeah, so there, about there is where it disconnects. And yeah, so that was causing me quite a lot of uncomfort. And yeah, they of course they talked about surgery and changing it all like they had done the 2 times previously, but ultimately they stuck with the decision, and which I went with as well. It was sort of a case of don't fix what isn't broken. So it's been left in with only the 2 previous surgeries. It's been left in, and we're still not sure if it's all working. I mean, I'm perfectly fine now at the moment, as you can tell. I wouldn't be doing this video otherwise, but yeah, since then I've been perfectly healthy, I should say, sorry. And all through my life in general, really, I've been pretty active throughout school and through college and stuff. I loved PE at school. things like that. You know, I didn't let it stop me from doing things like rugby. I was obviously cautious with the head and little bits and pieces, but it was based off of my own discretion really, whether I'd partake in physical activity, and I've been pretty lucky with it all really. So yeah, so 7 years old, blockage, that was fixed. Another blockage at 10 years old, that was fixed. Well, 11 years old I should say, and yeah, that was fixed. And then 2018, so 23, a scare with the disconnection of the tube. So that was of course that was an uncomfortable time for me and my mum, quite an awfully stressful time for her. Yeah, and I don't know. So yeah, that's the sort of up into the present day. I've been pretty lucky with it personally. Really fortunate from what I've heard from one other person in particular, Corey. Mention your story down in the comments below, my friends. I met Corey a couple of years ago on Facebook through mutual interests, and then somehow I can't remember exactly how. You'll probably remind me in the comments, Corey, yourself, but you mentioned about Hydrocephalus and we just instantly clicked from there, and your story is incredible. It just makes me realise how lucky I am personally. I can't believe you've been through what you've been through compared to me. I've been through nothing compared to you personally, so that's crazy from my point of view. So yeah, make sure to drop your story, mate, in the comments below, and to everyone else watching this video, do the same if you're a sufferer with it as well. If you've got a shunt like us, like me and Corey, let me know in the comments below. Let me know your stories, how you've dealt with the condition, whether you're younger or older. I recently watched a quick video of a woman, I think she was in her late 70s with the condition, and it just sort of puts into perspective how lucky people like myself are. Really lucky to have lived the life I've lived. I often forget that I even have the condition, so of course I'm really thankful for that. I remember seeing another article as well talking about infants and the head swelling and stuff. I'll see if I can find overlay a picture for that. An Indian girl, I believe, she was 2 years old. Of course, she didn't have the medical, she didn't have the finances. Her family couldn't pay for the operations, the procedures and stuff, so she died at the age of 2 or 3 years old, and her head was absolutely massive apparently. So that's a sort of harsh reminder of how it can be for some people, for most people, including myself when I was younger, but luckily with the NHS and stuff like that, which we are blessed with here in the UK, it's been a ride. It's been a hell of a ride for me and my family, but we've made through it, and I'm very healthy and active today. I'm perfectly normal, really, perfectly healthy, perfectly active. Like I've said, I forget that I've even got it. So yeah, I'm really thankful and really lucky at that, in that respect. So yeah, like I say, that's going to be most of the story for now from me. If you've got your stories, if you've got any questions at all, don't hesitate to ask at all. Anything you want, just let me know down in the comments below. And yeah, that's been my story. I'm JMDY. I'm 27 now, so it's been 20 years since my first blockage, and yeah, 27 years since the diagnosis. I should add as well, I spent the first 6 months of my life in hospital, having the sort of the drainage and stuff. My body, the bloody fluids drained away and through my body, manually through machinery and apparatus and all sorts of stuff. So yeah, that was the first 6 months of my life, and yeah, so that's me, that's my life, that's my story. Let me know your story in the comments down below. And yeah, thanks for the support. Really appreciate it. And yeah, I might do a part 2. I'm not sure, but yeah, if you've got any comments, I'll make sure to do a part 2. And yeah, I'll answer anything you've got for me. And yeah, cheers for everything. I'll see you guys soon, I guess. Cheers, thank you very much.